Unlock the fundamentals of network engineering with this hands-on Cisco Packet Tracer walkthrough. Imagine taking a blank network diagram and bringing it to life. Step by step, you'll see routers, switches, and computers come together as we design, configure, and verify a complete network setup. Guided by the power of Cisco IOS, every configuration command forms the backbone of real-world networks. We'll start by exploring the network topology, then connect devices, set IP addresses, and bring interfaces online. You'll practice accessing the CLI, configuring routers, and turning plans into a fully functioning network environment. But the learning doesn't end with setup. You'll test connections, troubleshoot common issues, and verify every aspect of your configuration, building confidence and practical skills for exam preparation and on-the-job success. Step inside a professional ICT lab, where clean, animated diagrams and command line demonstrations make each concept clear and relatable. By the end, you'll have mastered the essentials of configuring, connecting, and troubleshooting networks in Packet Tracer. Let's transform curiosity into practical expertise, one command at a time.
So now we have the core router and connected with the gigabit Ethernet 0/0, connected with the gigabit Ethernet 0/1. All the access switch are uplink with the gigabit Ethernet 0/1. And there is a wireless devices. I want to put the wireless LAN controller here. So I will put the wireless LAN controller WLC, and WLC I will connect with the distribution switch directly 1/5 and gigabit Ethernet 0/0. This is the wireless LAN controller that I want to put on. Okay, I can put here. Then this is the access switches. And then after that, in the wireless device, I will add the wireless device and wireless access point here, wireless access point. For example, I will just add the each floor has the 2 access points. I will add each floor has the 2 access points. Each floor has the 2 wireless access points. And then some PC some PC. So for the end user to access point to fuzzy than 0/1, fuzzy than 0/2, fuzzy than 0/3, for example, fuzzy than 0/4.
If you got a question,
Yes.
which is more costly, adding more access point or just putting on a mesh?
A mesh.
Yeah.
Actually putting more access point is I think putting more access, you want to configure the mesh topology.
No, I mean like access point extender.
Access point extender will be, I think, cheaper. I think this
Oh,
one
yeah.
I need to check. It depends on the device also. But access point extender will be cheaper. Less access point. Access points are more expensive, I think.
Okay.
You can do the wireless extender also.
I copy.
Okay, this is the network design. For example, if you have the another network, if you want to have router, here there is a firewall. And then inside the firewall, you can have the firewall here, and then there are some server. You want to protect the servers in here. You can have that. They are existing like that. They have the student database server or their web server, the web portal server. You can have the servers. And then you have the firewall. Then here you may see that the ports are red. You may need to put the power module here. You may need to put the power module here to turn on the power. Then the ports are green now because at first no power, that's why not green. So I will start to configure in the switch. This is the basic setup configuration. Would you like to enter initial configuration dialog? If you say yes, there will be the like you are filling up the form and then you will need to fill that. But normally I put no and then I will directly go to the user mode directly. So press return to get started. As you press the enter. This is called the user mode. And then when user mode to privilege mode is there, you need to switch to user mode to privilege mode is there. You need to write call enable. So this is called privilege mode. And then when you want to configure, do the configuration, privilege mode is for verifying the commands, verifying whether the interface is up or not, mostly for troubleshooting in the privilege mode. Do the troubleshooting is in privilege mode. If you want to do the global configuration, if you want to configure the interface, if you want to configure the VLAN, if you want to configure the routing, if you want to configure the trunk port, you need to move to the configure terminal, global configuration mode. So configure terminal. Let's give this host name as a host name as the DSW is a distribution. For example, A plus BNE DSW switch 01. Maybe in the future we'll have the switch 02. So naming also should be properly naming as the here. And then after that, let's say I will configure the two VLANs. But you can configure more VLAN later, but for be faster, I will configure the two VLANs. And VLAN 10, name, students. VLAN, for example, 3 VLAN, I will do that. VLAN 20, name, A plus, office VLAN. And VLAN 99 is for device management or network management. Net management VLAN. So VLAN 1 and 10 and 20 and 99 I created. After that, those VLAN interface gateway, the VLAN interface. This is a layer 3 switch. You can do the IP routing. So you need to enable IP routing. If you want to use the IPv6, you need to enable the IPv6 unicast routing command. Routing command need to. So if IP routing is enable IPv4 routing. IPv6 unicast routing means that enable IPv6 unicast routing. And I will create this VLAN interface IP. So interface VLAN 10 IP address 192.168.10.1 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. No shutdown is enable the interface. And exit interface VLAN 20 IP address 192.168.20.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. And then exit interface VLAN 30 IP no 30, sorry. Interface VLAN 99 IP address 192.168.99.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. And after that, you can configure the WAN server as the DHCP or maybe this router, this distribution switch as the DHCP server. So I will configure the DHCP server, distribution switch as the DHCP server. So IP DHCP, there is this one is a firewall and server. I will put another one. IP DHCP excluded. Want to exclude the SAM IP also. IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.10.1 to 192.168.10.10 will be excluded. So when this is, I just reserve for SAM. If there are SAM server or SAM application server, if you want to use, you can use static IP from 1 to 10. So dynamic IP will be start to assign from 10.11 to 10.254. IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.10, for example, 20.1 to 192.168.20.10. And I will configure the IP range, the IP DHCP pool. Pool name is the one is for the students, the pool name, and then what IP range they will assign. It is assigned from 192.168.10.0 network. Subnet is 255.255.255.0. Default router is the interface VLAN 10 router. 192.168.10.1 is their gateway. And DNS server is, as usual, I will put 8.8.8.8. If you have local DNS server, you can put your own local DNS server. Exit, then IP DHCP pool. IP DHCP pool. Another one is A plus office. And then network 192.168.20.0 255.255.255.0. Default router is the gateway is 192.168.20.1. DNS server 8.8.8.8. So this is, I configure the DHCP server here. If you want to save your configuration, either you can configure write memory, or there's another command called copy running config. It is written in the random access memory. And startup config is there. It is in the non-volatile random access memory. So memory to This one is a permanently safe. So when router is rebooted, it will not be erased. Random access memory is a running config is a if you rebooted the router, the configuration will be lost. So copy running config, startup config. The file name will be startup config. So write mem is also the same, do the same thing. Either this command or this command to save the configuration. And after that, you need to configure distribution switch to router, gigabit Ethernet 1/0 switch also need to configure the trunk port. Distribution switch to wireless LAN controller also need to do the trunk port. Distribution switch to access layer also need to configure the trunk port. So 1/06, 5, 1/06, 1/02, 1/03, 1/04. Those ports need to configure the trunk port. So let me configure the switch port trunk and interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/6 switch port mode trunk. By default is all the trunk ports are allowed all VLAN. But for the security reason, I want to specifically allow some trunk port only. Switch port trunk allow VLAN none. This command is that I do not allow any VLAN. And then after that, switch port trunk allow VLAN 10, 20, 99. I will allow. Exit and gigabit Ethernet 1/0/5 interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/5 switch port trunk switch port mode trunk switch port trunk allowed VLAN none switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20, 99. And then after that, gigabit Ethernet 1/0/2 connecting to the floor 1 access switch. So exit interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/2 switch port trunk allowed VLAN none switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20, 99. And gigabit Ethernet interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/3 switch port mode trunk switch port trunk allowed VLAN none switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20, 99. Interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/3. I finished. 1/0/3 finish. 1/0/4. Switch port mode trunk. Switch port trunk. Allow VLAN. None. Switch port trunk. Allowed VLAN. Allowed switch port trunk. Allowed VLAN. 10, 20, 99. Right, ma'am? So I configure the trunk ports to here. Let me see, show interface trunk. Gigabit Ethernet 1/3, 4, 5, 6. Gigabit Ethernet 1/0/2. 2 is not trunk yet. 2 is also so Here is a 3, 4, 5, 6 only. So configure terminal interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/2 switch port mode trunk. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN none. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20, 99. Let's say, for example, we add another VLAN called VLAN 30. Name VLAN 30. Name accounting, finance and marketing, for example. Finance and marketing. I add the new VLAN. Then in that case, if I want to add the new VLAN interface, if interfaces are consecutively gigabit Ethernet 1/0/1/0/2-6 interface range, switch port, trunk, allow VLAN, I will add the VLAN 30. Add. If you want to remove also, you use the remove command. I will show you if question mark add or remove. So I will add VLAN 30. And gigabit Ethernet 0/1 is also need to add. So interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/1 switch port trunk allowed VLAN add. I add the VLAN 30. And then you want to check your VLAN, so VLAN brief. So you check the VLAN 1, 10, 20, 30, 99. And you want to check the VLAN trunking, show interface trunk command. And gigabit Ethernet 1/0/2, the trunking mode is on. And calculation method is 802.1Q. That the native VLAN, by default native VLAN is 1. But on the trunk port, you do not allow any other VLAN, but you allow only for the VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30, VLAN 99. VLAN 10, 20, 30, 99 are allowed. So I configure the here, and then now let's configure to the access points. Let's enable configure terminal, host name, floor 1, BNE, switch 1. So VLAN 10, name, students, VLAN 20, name, A plus, office, VLAN 30, name, just now, finance and marketing, VLAN 99, name, network management. Here, like in this access point are quite limited, so cannot configure too much, a lot of things here. So I will configure like this is for the student VLAN, and then this is the staff VLAN. I will configure like this. So this interface, this access point is for the student VLAN. So I will configure access port in first Ethernet 0/1. This interface, this is for the A plus staff VLAN. So I will configure the VLAN 20. So let me see. Configure terminal interface FA0/1. This is the connect with the end user devices. So I will configure switch port mode access port. And then switch port access VLAN 10. And then here, this one, I will configure the access port interface FA0/2, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. And then let's say like this PC is fuzzy than a 0/3. Let's configure the VLAN 30. Interface FA 0/3, switch port mode SS, switch port SS, VLAN 20. And then, this one fuzzy than a 0/4. Let's configure the VLAN 30. Interface first Ethernet 0/. This is the accountant PC. Switch port mode SS, switch port mode SS, switch port SS, VLAN 30. Let's say like, and then by the way, gigabit Ethernet 0/1 uplink to the distribution switch also need to configure the trunk mode. Interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1 switch port mode trunk. And let me configure this one. Enable configure terminal host name floor 2 BNE switch 1. And interface VLAN 10 name students, VLAN 20 name A plus office, VLAN 30 name, VLAN 30 name finance and marketing, VLAN 99 name, network net management. Interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1 is the switch port mode trunk. I forgot the switch port trunk. Allowed VLAN none. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20, 30, 99. I forgot this one also. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN none. Switch port trunk actually by default allow all VLAN, but I just for the security purpose I don't want to allow all VLAN directly. I want to allow only the VLAN that it has. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20, 30, 99. Exit right man. And here I configure here. Let's say like this access point is for student VLAN, student Wi-Fi. This is the staff Wi-Fi. So let me use the interface first Ethernet 0/1 switch port mode SS switch port SS VLAN 10. Interface first Ethernet 0/2 switch port mode SS switch port SS VLAN 20. Let me configure here. First Ethernet 0/3 interface first Ethernet 0/3 switch port mode SS switch port SS VLAN 30. Interface first Ethernet 0/4 switch port mode SS switch port SS VLAN. For example 99 do not have yet VLAN 99. I have this. And one thing is that we have the interface VLAN 99 IB for management 192.168.99.99.3. This one, let's say the 99.20, 255.255.255.0. For management, here also let me configure only one single VLAN for managing the switches. Interface VLAN 99, IP address 192.168.99.20, 255.255.255.0. Okay, I will not configure that side yet because the time is limited. So I will configure the wireless LAN controller here. In wireless LAN controller, you configure the wireless LAN here. Name, students. SSID name, call students. And VLAN is you tag with the VLAN 10. And WPA-BSK key, I will configure the student dash Wi-Fi 1, 2, 3. And then save, and another one I will configure another one is A plus Office SSID A plus Wi-Fi, and then A plus 2026. Okay, only two wireless access point. There is an AP group. You can have the AP group here. Here, there are two access point. So in this case, and then if there are some other network here, wireless LANs, the new, I will configure the second floor students. Second floor students. Students Wi-Fi. Password is 1, 2, 3. And then another one new, and then second floor office. Second floor office. Let's say A plus Wi-Fi 2026. So there are networks here, second floor students. This one A plus Wi-Fi 2026. So I configure the wireless LAN controller here. So here I will configure in access points. SSID, this is the student. So let me see the AB group is a students, SSID is students. So SSID called students. And then WPA2 PSK student dash Wi-Fi 1, 2, 3. Password. Let me see here, student dash Wi-Fi 1, 2, 3 or not. Student dash Wi-Fi 1, 2, 3. For example, if like that, I will have the one laptop here, and then we'll connect. Oh, this access point is no port. Yeah. I think I need to change the access point. Let me delete this access point a bit. Like here, wireless, for example, let me use this one. Oh, why? Don't have, how about wireless access point? Which one has this? How about this one? All right. Packet tracer has some limitations sometimes.
Yeah.
Which one have the access point have the? Yeah, how about this one? I only have what version I have? 8B. Oh, yes, correct. Should have the only one only. No need to connect here. Sorry, it will connect. I was here. No need to connect to laptop. Then I will turn off the laptop and then remove the existing network at here and then install the wireless network at here if you want to connect here. And then power on again. And then after that, you need to, it automatically connect here. Here, desktop, going to config, going to wireless. And then here, students, SSID is, let me configure here, students, and then WPAPSK is a STUD and the student dash Wi-Fi 123. So here I need to configure student I need to configure the wireless SSID is student WPA2PSK student dash Wi-Fi 123 and should connect to here. Then desktop the Wi-Fi here. Wireless. Student has the S, I think. Yeah. Okay, connected now. You see it is connected. And then after that, I have the IP. You see the start from 192.168.10.11. Let's say that here, like the tablet, the the television, a tablet. Tablet, I configure the wireless a plus office, a plus Wi-Fi 2026. And this wireless access point also, I will configure like here, a plus office password, a plus Wi-Fi, a plus Wi-Fi 2026. Okay, connected and desktop. You see, I got the IP 192.168.20.11. And let me quickly do. Okay, I think for the internet, I will configure like here. There is another ISP router. I will quickly do it. Cross gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Like this IP is the no enable configure terminal host name A plus gateway router interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0 0/0/0. I will configure this place as the 10.10.10.1. I will configure this place as the 10.10.10.2. And then so IP address 10.10.10.1. I will do the point-to-point IP 255.255.252.
Oh, the address here.
Yes. No chat. And then this port of the switch is the, you configure this is not the switch port anymore. This will be the routed switch, routed port. So this gigabit Ethernet 1/0/1. So enable configure terminal interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/1. By default, it is a switch port. Switch port, we need to convert to switch port to routed layer 3 port. So you need to run the command no switch ports. And IP address 10.1.1.2 255.255.255.252. No shut. So you got the IP, and then so I should be able to ping sorry, and ping 10.1.1.10.10.10.1. Configure terminal interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0/1. No IP address. I will reconfigure IP address 10.10.10.2. 10.10.10.2 255.255.255.252. Exit ping 10.10.10.1. Okay, camping point to point now. For example, here and configure terminal interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/1. I will do like interface IP address 103.1.1.2. 2, for example, 255.255.255.2. 252 ISP and description 3T tag ISP. And then here is for example, like enable configure terminal host name 3T tag ISP interface gigabit ethernet 0/0/0/0 IP address. This one, what did I give? 103.1.1.2. And then IP address 103.1.1.1 255.255.255.252. No shut. Exit and then right man. So I will have the why this gigabit ethernet 0/0/1 or I did not know shut yet. 0/0/1. Here the interface is not green yet, right? Why? Let me troubleshoot. Physical port is up or not. Show interface gigabit ethernet 0/0/1. You see it is administratively down. And show IP interface brief. This interface is up. This interface is down. That's why it is not green. When do the administratively down means that I did not enable the interface. So need to go to the interface. No shutdown. Then it became up. Then it became green now. Show IP interface brief. So now the interface is up. And then after that, to go to the internet, this router need to point the default route to the ISP router. So I need to write the default route. Default route means the IP route, creating the static default route. Any network, it means that any network, subnet mask, preface mask, any subnet mask, 0.0.0. Gateway is who? Wherever you go to internet, it will go through the ISP. The ISP IP is next hop router. What is the next? And then you need to put the forwarding router's IP address. Forwarding router IP address is ISP router here. So the next hop IP is 103.1.1.1. So I will see the routing table here. Show IP route. Here it is the gateway of last resort. The internet gateway is 103.1.1.1. You have that. S means static route. Star means static default route. So those people those clients need to have the internet access. So to have the internet access, you need to have the routing between them. So I will run OSPF between these two. So I will quickly do the OSPF. Router OSPF1. And then after that, I will advertise the network. They have the 192.168.10.0. And then here is a 255.255.255.0 but 255.255.255.0 is a convert to the wildcard base. 255.255.255.0 is wildcard base is 0.0.0.255. Area 0. Network 192.168.20.0, 0.0.0.255, area 0. Network 192.168.99.0, 0.0.0.255, area 0. And then I think I did not configure the VLAN 30 yet, but I will advertise at first 30.0, 0.0.0.255, area 0, their VLAN IP, and then you need to advertise this network also 10.10.10.0, 10.10.10.1 and 10.10.10.2 is a network address 10.10.10.0 network 10.10.10.0 0.0.255.255.255.252 I configure. So 255.255.255.252 convert to wildcard mask is 0.0.0.3. 255 minus 252 is 3. So here is a 255.255.255.252 sumner mask. When convert to wildcard mask, it will be 0.0.0.3. It will be in the backbone area 0. Exit. I don't configure the interface VLAN 30 yet. IP address 192.168.30.1 255.255.255.0. No shit. So let me check show IP interface brief. You have the VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30, VLAN 99. I configure the here. Let's see this one. Let me configure the OSPF configure terminal router OSPF1 network. I will configure this static default route. I will not configure in OSPF network. The default route will be advertised in OSPF only. I will advertise 10.10.0 the entire network. So 10.10.10.0 0.0.3 area 0. And then when you want to advertise this network route to the entire network, you need to configure there is a default information originates. This default information originate is you advertise the default route to your neighbor. There is a default route, static default route. This default route will be announced to other OSPF neighbor, which is distribution solution here. Otherwise, if you do not advertise this default route, those client will not get the internet. And here I need to configure the NAT because here the public IP is the public IP in this network is show IP interface brief. The one interface, this one is the public IP. So you need to translate the internet network translated as the public IP and use the NAT overloading, NAT translation with this public IP. So I need to decide that which one is the inside NAT before translation is a gigabit Ethernet 0/0 is NAT inside interface. Gigabit Ethernet 0/0/1 is NAT outside. So configure terminal in the gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 IP NAT inside interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/1 IP NAT outside. Then I need to create the access list to allow the VLAN subnet get the internet. So I will need to have the access list. Access list, I will in the NAT, we need to use static standard NAT, standard ACL. So IP access list, standard is filtering only the source IP. Standard allow the name, I will do the standard access list name, allow internet. Which network will be allow internet? And then sequence number 10, permit, you will allow 192.168.10.0 network to access the internet. The access list also use the wildcard mask on the instead of the subnet mask. So /24 will be 0.0.0.255 in wildcard mask. And then this is the sequence number. Permit 192.168.20.0 0.0.0.255 and 30 permit 192.168.30.0 0.0.0.255 and 40 permit 192.168.99.0 0.0.0.255 exit show access list. So this is the sequence number. They will check accordingly. It will start check to sequence number 10, sequence number 20, sequence number 30, sequence number 40. When the packet is matched, it will be allowed those network will access the internet. If other network, we cannot see the deny, but only permit this one, there is an implicit deny. So beside those network, other network will not be able to access the internet. There is an implicit deny. And then after that, I need to configure IPNAT inside. If the access lists are matched with this access list, so the list means that you need to write IPNAT inside source IP. If the source IP is this access list is matching with this allow internet access list, so I will copy it and allow internet. And then if those network which match with this access list are coming to access, it will be translated into the public IP interface of interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/1. The NAT method we will use as the NAT overloading method. So IP NAT overload. So it means that if the source IP are matching with those access list network, they will allow internet by translating with this gigabit Ethernet 0/0/1 public IP by using the NAT overloading method. The meaning of this at this point is here. So I do the NAT and I will do the right map. So let me check whether get internet or not. Command prompt. Ping 103.1.1.2. The ISP point okay. Ping 8.8.8.8. Not okay yet. I think I need to allow this between interface 10, 10, 10, 1 and 10, 10, 10, 2. Let me add. So when you want to add network access list, IP access list, standard, allow internet, and sequence number permit 10.1 10.10.10.0 0.0.0.3. I think I need to add this one. Show access list. Okay, I added this one because this one also inside. We need to go through this one, this network. So this one also need to allow. Let me check. Why not yet? Let me check show IP NAT translation. And only this one is hitting 103.1.1.2. Show run config. IP NAT inside is 10.10.10.1. IP NAT outside is 103.1.1.2. And then IP NAT inside list. This is what is the IP of this one? IP config 192.168.10. 192.168.10.0. Let me see. 192.168.20. Ping 8.8.8. There is no 8.8.8 yet. Sorry. I don't have no 8.8.8 yet. Let me, I was I did not configure and then I was touching it. Let's say like here, PC to be literally connected with the switch. Let me configure enable configure terminal interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/1 gigabit Ethernet 0/0/1 IP address 8.8.8.1 255.255.255.0 no chat. Here let's see like configure here IP 8.8.8.8 255.255.255.0 8.8.8.1 DNS server 8.8.8.8. Let me show you for web page a bit by using DNS. For example, name is www.google.com, address 8.8.8.8, there is a HTTP service like welcome to Google website. This is Google. Okay. Let me ping to 8.8.8. Ping 8.8.8.8. Okay. You see we got the internet. And then let me browse to the web browser. www.google.com. Let's see the www.google.com 8.8.8.8. How about here? Let me ping to here. Ping 8.8.8.8. Can ping my browser. Here cannot. Here let me do like NS lookup www.nameserver lookup google.com. So let me check whether DNS assigned or not. Or DNS service is not on here. Need to on. Okay, I think it should be fine now. www.google.com. You see, the web page pop up. And then after that, let me see that you need to see that whether your internet is working or your DNS has a problem or not. There is a tool called NS lookup, name server lookup, www.google.com. Then it can resolve it. Okay, www.google.com. It means that your DNS is working and then you are correcting. Yeah, if you cannot see, but you can ping to the internet, but you cannot see the name server lookup, it means that your IP is working, but you did not assign the DNS server properly. So I think that's it for today. Just generally that how you configure wireless LAN controller, how you configure VLAN, how you configure internet. I just want to share you about this.
Yeah,
Any
thank you.
questions?
So for the DNS, we need to always put the web page. We always need to declare it.
Yeah, I just want to show you that you can show ping to 8.8.8 or ping to ISP point. Okay. Just I want to demonstrate or like the scenario like browsing to
So
the
if we put
internet.
a different website, it's not gonna pop in, or is it?
Or you can put any website.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put any website. It's okay.
Uh,
Just a scenario that I show you, the very simple one.
Copy. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, that's it. I will stop sharing and I will stop recording.
Can we also get the recording, Phil?
You also want the records?
Yes, please, so we can practice.
Okay, I will send you the record as well. Thank you.